All right, guys, welcome back to Prospect Channels TV. Thank you for always coming out here. I want to appreciate every one of you and may God bless you all. I still want to use this opportunity to appreciate YouTube. Here, what we do in Prospect Channels TV is we'll uh, inform people. We give out information, we dish out information both locally and internationally, particularly what is happening in our community in Biafra land. And also I want to also put a disclaimer. I want YouTube to take note of this, that in Prospect Channel TV, all the content, we upload in this very channel, we don't in any way to preach hate speech or misleading information or violent or instigating war. Me, another like war, another like violent. So what we do here is to, dish out information to Nigerians so that we can be informed, because when they talk, say information na power. So please, I want you to watch this video. Thank you. Because so many things, is happening right now concerning Simon Ekpa versus Nigerian government and Finland authority.
Movement is a project in the hand of God. Though we as human beings, we are like a tools in his hand, right? The Mazina, the Kano, the Simon Ekpa, now the Dr. Ngozo. So we are just like a tool, but in overall scheme of things, he is the one piloting it. So he's making, so these things are not happening in a vacuum. So she is just the right person in this time frame. And you can see how much every day she gets better. Every day she gets better. She gets more confidence in her skin. It just feels natural, like a natural place for her. So I don't know if Biafrans at this point in time don't see that, don't realize it. That is sad, because she's just the right person doing the right thing at this moment, and we just have to, if you genuine Biafran who desire the freedom of Biafrans, having gone through so much. So this is it. I feel like she's gonna get this thing done. I don't feel that is me personally. I think she will get it done, and we have to keep supporting and with patience too, because things don't happen overnight, right? So, but I am very convinced. Never been so convinced that everything is working out, and so that is just the situation. Well, was it yesterday I watched your program? I couldn't come in, but I was following. Then there's this brother who emphasized on something, a video that I saw like a week ago in Anambra State. So it gives me joy that I wouldn't say I'm not alone, but then there are other Biafrans who uses their brain, who thinks deeply. So that gives me a great joy, and that is why we are different to an extent, because I always make reference to the fact that, again, like Buhari, he contested 3 times. He contested presidential election 3 times, and we turned him down. We turned him down 3 times because we know whom he is. So however he came in, by hook or crook, whatever, but we just did not accept it. We just didn't buy it, because we know that he's a jihadist. He's a Islamic fundamentalist. He has nothing to offer than terrorism. Okay? So it's but then when I saw this video like last week ago, it was like a story building, or maybe 2-story building, if I recall. Then there's this bulldozer truck breaking it down. Then the camera, they also showed a young, I suppose a Biafran guy, tied to the ground. And again, so these are the things they show. And they also showed should I say hole or grave? I don't know, they call it grave, whatever. And that was it. And when I saw it like last week, I was like, wait a minute. What is this all about? This don't mean nothing. What's going on? Now they said that the young man that was tied down kidnapped a woman, a businesswoman, extorted money from her, killed the child or something like that. And I was like, okay, who is this woman? where are the family members? Or there's just nothing. They just, and knowing what I know about this criminal so-called representative of Biafrans, the Soludos of this world, the Hopos of them, the guy in Ba, this they will stop at nothing. These are desperate guys. Now, I'm not trying to say that in Biafra that we may not, I'm not trying to say that we don't have or may not have disgruntled young people who are the solution, right? With the whole system, with the whole Nigerian system that cares about nobody but themselves. The politician cares nothing about anybody but themselves. So I'm not trying to say that it's not possible that there may be children who will engage, young people who will engage in criminality. No, far from it. But at the same time, we have to circumspect, because these guys have shown, these politicians that was imposed on Biafrans, they are not our choice. They were imposed. They have shown over the years that they will stop at nothing to gain power and to maintain power. And the election is coming. Soludo, probably, because, like I said, there was not enough evidence to confirm what went on. You know, they just show this building and it's being destroyed, and they show a young man tied down. What, that don't mean nothing. If as desperate as they are, they can do anything. They create this. They can cook up anything. So that's my point. In a normal situation, they should be able to explain, elaborate, show us the family of the woman that was kidnapped. Show us. So a guy was saying these things on your program yesterday, and I was so impressed. I was really impressed that there are people who think outside the box. You can't let them continue to bamboozle you with lies and manipulation, because they think that the rest of us are stupid. We don't have brain. The whole pulls on them some years, maybe, I don't know, 2-3 years ago, during the election campaign, his governorship election, he was cooking up stories, lies, telling the youth who were gathered in the stadium of the place that he has contracted European Union, and that they were going to provide him with, I think, 100 or 1,000, I don't know exactly. Yeah, for the youth, Biafran youth, that they will go to Europe with working visa, blah, 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 blah. But it's all lies. It's a fabrication. But guess what? He's not held to account. Nobody is asking him, there. So how far? Where are these youths? Have they gone now? So why did you? Because these things, they don't know what the things they commit, because the Nigerian system allows them to do this shit and they get away with it. So they can just do anything. So based on the and many other instances, right? So I can't put anything past Soludo, who has failed woefully. There's nothing, Professor, I don't know. He has absolutely nothing to show so far in his tenure, and he knows the election is coming. He knows that the Anambrans, they are disillusioned with him, his government. He hasn't done nothing, so he has to like cook up something to keep the people busy and assume that he's working. He's going after kidnappers. He's going after the. Personally, I don't trust them, because they've shown that they are not trustworthy. Why would I trust them? So like I said, when I saw the guy yesterday, I was really happy about the fact that people are thinking vastly enough, and that's all we just need to do. We begin to use our brain so that we don't get manipulated easily, you know. So obviously, yeah, but like Dr. Ngozi Arabeze has to be supported wholeheartedly, because she's doing the right thing. She makes it. It's not. It takes time, and it's not an easy journey. But at the same time, we must keep pushing, because nobody is going to hand you freedom on a platter. You know, nobody, absolutely nothing. Nobody's going to do that. You have to show by persistent pushing that you really want to be a free people. So
yes, Goody said that the governors of the Southeast should arm their people to fight against IPOB. And I want to tell you that they have started it already, which means they had that meeting before now. Go to Anambra State now. You will find out that Governor Soludo formed out a security outfit that he called Udogach. You know that these security people, they lay ambush on the bush where our men, some of our men are staying. They will just go down there and lay ambush and be waiting for any body that will be coming out. And I think it is something that I posted on our this thing. I asked you to go and find out, verify. I posted in our this thing, a group, your group this thing. I said, go and verify. Let me find out the truth. So these guys are really, that's antecedent of using us to fight us is what they are implementing now. So I want to call on our COS to know the next thing to do. There are something that I don't need to say here. Maybe I need to. There's something that I'm thinking that we should do in order to checkmate these guys. Why? Because the truth is that they are succeeding gradually in what they are doing. What the video I posted you, there is a particular market in also side also in Awidemile side. That market was shut down before because of the activities of but people I saw this those guys, those who don't catch people, they came to the market. They were urging them to come out to be doing their buying and selling. And the guy who was talking there said that he ran away from the community for more than 3 years, and now he came home with governments that if he's warning the women that if they are aware that their children is among those guys inside the bush, that they should warn them strictly to disease themselves. So I'm asking myself, does it mean that these guys, they don't want Biafra or what? What is their goal of doing this? What is their aim of fighting against their brothers? So we should know what to do about that, sir. So that is what I want to say. Then, like I told, like initially now, you know, when all this saga of where to go started, God knows I have never joined the wrong path. Normally before now, I followed you, I followed the Vam. These two of you that I don't play, and the Biafra Unite. You can see Biafra Unite just sneak inside because Biafra Unite seems to be a very good guy. Since he has started understanding that there is something going on, so he never wanted to come and say anything again until he is convinced what is happening. Until he is convinced what is happening. So this I don't joke with you. I don't joke with Sonia Aparawa. Sorry, Vam. I don't even know who Sonia Aparawa is. Then I don't joke with Biafra Unite. So when these things happened, when I joined Vam program 2 times, sir, the way that man does makes me to know that man is not a steadfast human being. Investigation has been fully conducted. He mentioned Ogekere, he mentioned Ojukwu's wife, he mentioned Pitamba. So these are how they conspire in order to collect $150 billion from Nigerian government in order to indict our president. That is why when he was calling to come and do account, our prime minister would have dictated that such amount of money is right there, and he would have asked questions. What is this money doing here for? How come? So in order not to make him ask that questions, he refused to come and do that account. That is why he's running that time. He never wanted to do account. It's just because he knew the amount of money that has been spent into that in order to indict our prime minister. So he thought he's going to succeed, but he has already failed. We have to move on. We have to move on. Then another thing I wanted to point out here is that is what Adadorama is saying few days. I think that was yesterday or a few days ago. I come across it. He was talking about you know, our men on ground has been decentralized, but still there is a need that we have the general of all of them, which Butuzo, I think he's suggesting, is the one that Obatobie made general, so that we should.
Please, Chusky, let us not discuss about. Let us not discuss about men on the ground and on this very program. We don't have to talk about issues.
Okay, thank you, sir. No problem. So
especially, let us not talk about anything that has to do with the men on the ground. Who is it? No. Just as I always preach, we are focused on supporting and building the institution, the United States of Biafra. That is our focus. Go ahead.
It's okay. So
you calling from homeland?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yes, sir. Right from Olosa.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is that Biafrans, we should all put our hand on deck to support our COS, and to also continue to be advocating for Biafra fully restoration, because some people are not convinced yet. Some think that is impossible, because where I was eating a few days ago, I discussed about this with a very learned man, an elderly man who witnessed what really happened during the Biafran war. So the man was like saying some negative things which I never queue and believe with him. I just keep silent. I said, okay, I pray you be alive and see how Biafra is fully restored. So we should continue our alliance. That is very, very important. Make sure that we have a strong alliance with other countries that are really in support of them, that are not corrupt, that Nigeria people cannot bribe them. You can see what is happening with our prime minister right now and the Nigeria. If not the way you people are shouting and everybody is shouting, Nigeria would have succeeded in bribing them, because of their reputation. So they are now trying to sneak in. You know, they don't want to compromise any longer. So we should also continue to say it to the hearing of the world, any slight detail, because I heard sometimes that they were attacking our prime minister, that we should not be talking against Finland, that Finland did this, Finland did that, Finland do that, you know, that Finland supported Biafra in this, they fed the children. Yes, then the number of people that was alive then, are they still the people that is alive today? The answer is no. Those people that fed our Biafran children then, those people that really give us to Biafran then, it's just a history. They are not the people. It's true they are answering Finland. They are not the people that is alive. You can have even, okay, let's give example during the time of Jesus Christ, during the time of Pharaoh. Sorry, Joseph find favor in the hands of Pharaoh, the one that really made him governor, give him in charge of everything about the Egypt. Until that Pharaoh died, another Pharaoh come out and started fighting against the people of Israel. Such a thing doesn't happen. So we should not really use what happened in the past to have 100%. We have to be trading with caution. You understand? Yeah. Yes, we have to be trading with caution. We will be closing one eye and looking them and open one eye. So any slightest bad step we find out, we start shouting and work against, because all we know is that our prime minister did not commit any known offense anywhere. They themselves fought for their freedom. Now I know why every time our prime minister will be saying something, he will give account of Finland. That is when he started planning what is coming up. He will always talk about the history of Finland. He will tell that Finland fought and fought. You know, understand? He will talk about Vietnam, the way they fought United States of America. So we Africans should not be different when we come out to say we want to protect ourselves, that these people are coming to kill us. We don't. Do we have to stand and be watching them? We need to defend ourselves, otherwise they will wipe us out. Like I told you, I confided in you that the reason why they took our prime minister out, they thought they will use that time frame to come and wipe our men on the ground out, to kill Biafrans. But they never know they will not succeed. They never know they will not succeed at all.
Master, I would like to ask him a question if you don't mind.
Okay, sir.
Let him finish.
Go ahead, sir. Yeah. You can go ahead, sir. Okay. So what I'm trying to say now, let me just conclude, is that we should support our COS. Is really doing a wonderful work, and we should ignore any propaganda like you've given us. Since you just told us that any information that is not coming from the government official handles, we should ignore. Please, I'm applying to all Biafrans that they should also do same.
Ignore. Yeah.
They should ignore any message, any information that does not come from Biafra government handles. Please, thank you, Biafrans, and we'll continue. We'll move until we achieve our restoration.
Now, yeah. So, bro, my glasses is not. Is that Chucky? Okay. Yeah. So my question is, this Gumi guy, a confirmed terrorist enabler, terrorist enabler or financer or coordinator, whatever, is a confirmed one. There's no missing word about that. So does our people, wait, does our people, Nalibo or Biafra, I say, do they understand that when Gumi make this statement that they should equip Igbo youth to fight against people, do they understand these people, like you just said, whom that is being used by Hope Uzodinma or Soludo or whatever, do they understand why Gumi is doing what he's doing? Do they have any idea? Because I can explain to you, I can explain to everybody why Gumi is doing what he's doing. Yeah, the brain, the actual aim behind it. So, but does our people really, do they understand that? That is my question to you. Because you know the ground.
But let me tell you something. Have you ever watched the confession of the man that kills for Abacha, Sergeant Rogers? Have you ever listened to his confession?
Probably not, or I don't know. Okay. Maybe not in full.
Okay. Sergeants, during that time that they are killing people, when they are assigned to go and kill, Sergeant Rogers said that they believe they are protecting Nigerians. That the information they are giving them is that there are people that is coming to invade Nigeria. They will go and kill them. They will tell them that this person has planned to attack Nigeria, that they should go and kill them. So what
don't use that.
Nigeria. Do you understand? So the reason why these people are succeeding is that when they call this our Igbo guys, they will brainwash them. Right? They will tell them how impossible to achieve Biafra.
There's like the governors, the Soludos, and
the governors. Yes,
and they have the money to fight, and they have money.
Like the man that told me, the man that tried to convince me, said that when the war was ended, that they said no victor, no vanquish. You see what he's using to convince me now. If not that, because I'm somebody who is optimistic, that once they said that no victor, no vanquish, that if that was not accepted, that by now that Biafra would have liberated, because the war will still be continued, then maybe international body will not come in. So I believe that these guys, the governors will call these people, they will brainwash them, they will tell them that these people that, and secondly, there is an information that those that living in those also, there is a guy that came out on social media that come and give the analysis of people that is living there, that is staying there. He said 70% of them is from Ebonyi. The remaining 30% is from maybe their people and this. So the Anambra governor believe that he is fighting those from other states that came to destroy their land. Have you seen it? Have you seen exactly what is happening there?
Yeah, well, but they are
not seeing them as their brothers in Biafra land. That is the thing.
But my own thing, because there's the reason why I asked this question. Sorry, Mazu. So why I asked this question is that, as for the politicians, who is the background noise that the politicians like Soludos and those other mas, they know what they are doing. They are just being manipulative, because first of all, they were put there by the Fulani hijacked Nigerian system. So they are doing what they probably swore an oath to do. So I don't misunderstand that position. But as for our boys who are being used, I can also understand the economic angle that they were able to use financial inducement to entice them, to lay them into it. But the big picture that everybody have to know is that Gumi is out, just like the rest of them, because he's not alone. I can begin to name all of them to you. Trust me, including the one who is pretending and lying and saying a different thing. But at the end of the day, they are all in it. The Sanusis of this world, the El-Rufai, the Sultan of Sokoto, all of them, they are in it. And it's one thing and one thing alone, that is to Islamize and they Fulanize the entire Nigerian space. That is what it's all about. It doesn't matter how they come, which angle they take. That is their main singular objective. Now, Gumi is saying that you arm Igbo youth to fight IPOB. Well, Igbo youth are IPOB. Everybody who is indigenous Biafran is, so that is one. And two, why does he not why do they not arm their own youth in the north? So have you nobody people should be asking the hard question. Since over how many years now, we've never seen where, including the time of Wazirike, we've never seen where Biafran liberators, or whatever you want to call them, they go into a school and kidnap children and be demanding billions and millions. Never ever happened till this day. But these guys in the north, the Boko Haram, different ASWA, whatever, from time to time they come out, they kidnap innocent people, and they buy a lot of them, and they go to military barracks and buy a lot of people. That has never happened. It has never happened. That clearly shows who we are. I don't know why is this difficult for people to differentiate, to understand. Gumi is sponsoring. Hello?
Thank you so much, my brother Christian. You've just made a good point, but I want everybody in this platform to know, when we say that we are at war, some of us don't understand it. Even in their conventional media, I have played a video here where a woman, a journalist, a lady came out and said that, and confirmed what we are saying, that there is a war going on in Biafran territory, and that war is the 1967 war. It has continued. In that warfare, they are using every instrument they have, inside and outside. Every one of us in this platform should have that in mind. There is a war going on. In that warfare, they can recruit inside and outside. And we don't have to excuse anybody why you are doing what you are doing. Biafra has already been declared. Today, we are pursuing the full restoration on the ground, and they are throwing in their last card. Everything they have to throw in, they will throw it in. They will throw it in. That is why I don't want any one of us to be distracted, both inside and outside. In any platform where you go to listen to the message of Biafra, please do not focus your attention on the title, on the name on that very platform. Because you see a platform, they write Biafra, you go there. Because somebody is shouting, all hail Biafra, all hail Biafra, you go there. Because you see somebody saying, oh, Mazen Nandekano is my leader. Oh, Mazen Simon Ekpa is my leader. Oh, Dr. Nguzi, you just go there. No. Let your decision be based on your conscience. Before you follow, listen carefully. Apply your common sense to every single thing you hear. In those platforms where you go to listen. It is very easy to identify who is genuinely fighting for freedom and those who are not. Those who are trying to project themselves as super person, superhuman being. Those who are chasing popularity. Those who are dancing from right to left. When something happens, they disappear. You are not going to hear from them. They will take the back seat and tell me that they are waiting to know. You cannot be a broadcaster and you cannot be able to digest and know the truth from the beginning. In the issue of Biafra, so many of us, except you started yesterday, I was following Mazen Nandekano. I started broadcasting for more than 10 years ago, not as a broadcaster attached to anybody, an independent broadcaster. I follow the messages of Mazen Nandekano. After his broadcast, I will come and make my own broadcast. Everything I am saying is based on what I have had, what I have seen, and based on my common sense. Nobody tells me what to say or what to follow. It is easier for me to be able to identify what is happening from the beginning based on common sense and the humanity in me. Likewise, every one of you. We should stop building all this kind of emotional blackmail that they throw at you in a little thing. Because somebody is shouting Biafra, Biafra, you just follow it. Because you see a platform, they write, oh, Biafra this and different that, you just follow. No, it is not that way. If we continue to go on that path, we will continue to deceive ourselves and claim that we are being deceived. That is why most time I say that every decision you make, including when you are listening to me, you will be responsible for it. What I am doing here, what every one of us on this platform today is doing, is to throw out information for you. Broaden your mind. Open up those things you don't want to talk about. And then at the end of the day, you will make the decision yourself. You will make the decision. It remains your decision to make. I don't know why it is difficult for you to understand that somebody that doesn't have anything to offer, all you have to do is that the person that have a roadmap, after the person have drawn the roadmap, you come and you begin to analyze the roadmap. You will tell us why the person is not supposed to do this. Why is not supposed. But you yourself, what are you doing? What is your own template? Nothing. The only content you have is to take what people says, what somebody who is piloting the affair of the Biafra is doing, and you come and begin to analyze it, and you begin to tell us why it is wrong and why it's right. In your own very self, you don't have any template. You don't have anything to present. You are only bringing unnecessary criticism that doesn't have. Criticizing is okay, but when you bring unnecessary criticism that doesn't have a background, that you can't even substantiate or back up, and people keep on listening to these things, it is sad when you see where we are coming from. That is why I say in this platform, it is not about creating a strong man, a strong woman. It doesn't matter your title. It doesn't matter who you are. Our focus is on the rising sun. If you maintain focusing on the rising sun, nobody is going to distract you. Nobody is going to deceive you. No name is going to threaten you. All hail Biafra will not make you misbehave. It will not make you misbehave. You will always follow the common sense and pursue the truth. And it is very easy to know, except when your mind is occupied with envy, jealousy, strife. You can't know the truth, but the truth is always there, shining like the light. My fellow Biafrans, we have been making a call for a very long time for the government of Biafra, under Martin Simon, that is being run today by the Deputy Prime Minister, to take action. And that action has started, to the glory of God. We saw the movement yesterday. Many bills were signed, and the implementation will start. By the special grace of God, every support we need, we have to get, and we will get to the right path. I will allow my brother Akonyo Wetere take the mic and speak to us. Let's just make it simple so that every one of us can be able to occupy. Let's take 2 minutes. Akonyo Wetere, you go ahead and speak to us. If you are free after Akonyo Wetere, then Greg, we go after Greg. Our brother Davis will now come in. So Akonyo Wetere.
Good morning, Uncle Chuck.
Welcome, my brother.
Good morning to all my fellow brothers and sisters that are in the platform. Happy weekends to everyone. It's been a while. To your topic this morning and all the contribution that my brothers have spoken have said so far. It's nice that all these things are unveiling every day. I will start from your last submission. I keep on saying that the difficulty we are having in this our struggle, based on the followers, the believers of the struggle, is that so many people, even those that we thought that they are standing right, they fail to dig rightful information. Let me not say information concerning Biafra. They fail to dig out, sort out for themselves the rightful information pertaining the struggle. There's one thing that our brother, the brother that spoke after CØNFUSIØN, he said that when he went to Bam platform, he was able to analyze his dealings, the way he analyzed things. Seeing that the guy is trying to superimpose, to put words in his mouth, he discovered that the guy is a hypocrite. Now, I want to draw the analogy from there. If you are in this struggle, you have to check the struggle when it started from 1967. when the so acclaimed defeat of Biafra happened. And when the struggle beamed up again from 99 during Wazirike, down to Nnamdi, down to DOS, because they hold a sway to an extent before Simon took the struggle from them, down to this current Ulabalu that we are in now. You have to make your own decisions. As you have followed them, where did this leader at this time made his own mistake? This person that I later followed, did this person came to correct the mistake that this leader made? If all these things is what you do for yourself, I don't think that anybody will sway you. But if you are just following because me, Akonye, was preach to you, you listen from me, you decided to follow because I'm following. Definitely, if Akonye was to withdraw from that place I'm following, you will follow me. But if you withdraw and follow me. But if I preach to you, you go back, check on yourself, make your stand, know the reason why you are following these people.
Absolutely.
You will definitely be on the right stand at any given time. So that is my submission on that side. Now, coming to what we are discussing this morning, we are talking of Gumi. Yesterday, the Federal High Court at Abuja affirmed IPOB as a terrorist organization. I don't know if you have laid hold of that news. So let me talk. Let me just put out my own opinion concerning what is happening in Biafra land now, Anambra and other states, and also connect it with our COS. I will first of all state by saying that God is in control. Uncle Christian always affirms that God is in control in this struggle. And for me to confirm that God is in control, our COS, I'm not trying to praise her or to make her feel that she has arrived, but she's a super intelligent human being. The way she tackles issues proves to me, I don't know of any other person, that she is a leader indeed. And I will move on from there to what happened between Oreniju's and Ada, and the way she attended to the issue raised by these two, our brother and sister. You now see that the woman is really ready to lead. And you now see that those believers, because Orenijus believe in COS, and Ada believes in COS, and they are now standing as a journalist, though it has not been officially declared in Biafra land, but they are still they are still upholding our journalism as a country that is being declared. See how they did their journalism. They now attack the information that COS brought out that did not conform well with them as journalists. And COS responded to them as a leader, as a confirmed leader. Not that they did not fear, because they realized that they are a mediator between the leaders and the people that the leaders are leading. Journalists, they are not brand envelope journalism. They are not doing brand envelope journalism. When they see the fault of the citizen, they will bring it out to the public that what the citizens are doing is wrong. When they see the fault of the leader, they will bring it out to the public that what the leaders did here is wrong. And the leader will come not to bash them, but to say, okay, this is the reason why I made this decision, or I will correct it. That is what further affirms that we are on the right stand with this USB that we are operating on. Now, Simon has smarted the DOS, because what Simon did was what DOS supposed to do. But because of the oil in their hands, they started chasing shadow instead of chasing the real human being. Now, Simon has smarted them by, after piloting autopilot, he moved to Briggs, from Briggs and declared Biafra. And countless number of times, Simon said that whatever I do, hold me responsible. That when the IPOB will come to do their normal propaganda, they will say that why are they running away from the truth? You keep on telling Nigeria, stop labeling what BLA is doing to IPOB and stop labeling what the DOS are doing to BLA. But they will not look to that direction. They are now pushing to label IPOB terrorists. And the one Nigerianist defender maybe he did not come to their realization that IPOB stands for the indigenous people of Biafra, that when you allow the federal government to label the group, you have invariably labeled all Igbo people a terrorist group. That is their own cup of tea. Now, the COS has marketed every of them. I told Adadi Oramma that o nwere ihe ndị Baịbụl akpọ n'Igbo na ị na-achị achazị mmadụ ịsụ ụsa fọ ndị o but ịsụ ụsa okwu mmadụ iji ọsụla agbapụta etinye ọnụ na sị hapụ those sell out, those gunners. It won't be long. They will get to their seat of DOS seat. And now coming to Anambra so that I will give chance to others to make their contribution. Let's COS, my own advice to the government is that he should continue on the pace that he's going. And to our defense minister, as they say they want to have an ID, a method of identification to our men on ground, they should continue. You know, during when our PM was much around, DOS, they will sew uniform, go and commit havoc in order to push it to PM. But I love the way our DPM organized herself. She said that when we are done, anyone that we are done, we push it to the public. Let them continue on that recruit that they put out and how to identify our men. Now, I will now see how DOS will send out their voice again to commit something and label it on BLA. They will kill themselves. Forget about all their matters. They will later catch themselves. They will later kill themselves. And
I think he has a network issue. Akonyo Wethere, I think your network is off. We can't hear you anymore.
I will not stand on this program to say that because we are looking for our own freedom.
We can't hear you again. I think you're having a network issue. Akonyo Wethere, are you there? Well, that is one of those things. Sometimes we have these network issues and we have to move on. Maybe in the next time he is going to complete his line of thought. Greg, are you there, Greg? Take up the mic, Greg. Take your 2 minutes or 3 minutes and let's hit it up.
Good morning, my people. Good morning, dear friends. May God grant us today. Today is the last day of the month. We thank Him for the month of January and we pray Him for His mercy coming February in 2025. Yes, my people, I have to put my contributions in today's discussion. The topic is this time around is the next thing is for us to defend and secure our territory.
Yes.
That is the question. That is the only job we have now to do. Biafra have been declared. The next job is the main job is to reclaim our land and our territory and move on to govern ourselves. In this, now we can see what is happening. Everybody is forming security outfit. IPOB is parading ESN. Soludo is parading Udo or whatever he call it. So, and Biafra government, the men on the ground, is trying to get control, not to obey the government of the day, moving in a different directions. While the Biafra government, led by Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, represented by our Dr. Ngozi Orabeze, is fighting for the recognition of Biafra all over the world. At the same time, fighting to lay solid foundation for the men on the ground, for those that believe, really believe in Biafra. So, my take to that is, in all this, somebody is disturbing, please. The telephone.
Okay. Go ahead, let me mute everybody. Go ahead.
Okay. So, thank you. So, in all this, my first advice goes to the government of Biafra to monitor every single step of every group, to monitor every single step of every group, because we have moved out from a kind of childish play into reality, and if we miss it now, we'll miss it forever. Now, Gumi is advising the Eastern governors to arm the Igbo youths to fight the IPOB. And he not ask himself, who are the IPOB? He not ask himself, what are IPOB fighting for? So, and he is advising the governors, which they know they control them. The Fulanis control the Eastern governors. That's why he will be able to summon his courage to come and tell the Eastern governors to arm the youths in Biafra land to fight the people who are fighting for their freedom, for the freedom of those youths who have no job, for the freedom of those youths whom they are tying like a goat and saving the Fulanis in the land. And he have the courage to tell them, gather your youth to fight the Igbos themselves who want his people to be free. And that is the step Soludo is taking today. He organized security, he called them whatever he like, and he said, they say we are here to fight the Eastern Security Network, and we are here to fight the IPOB. And the Igbos themselves, the youth, they will hear those things and they keep quiet. And nobody asks Soludo the question on that statement. And he moved to the north. The herdsmen, the Boko Haram, the ISWAP, Gumi have not been able to organize the northern youths to go to Sandina Forest or whatever they call them. But Gumi will be able to get billions from the federal government, get billions from the western and get billions from the northern government, and went in and go inside the bush all the time as a negotiator and pay those people money for them not to be terrorizing some of the people they doesn't want them to terrorize for years. And nobody have asked me question. And he's gathering his momentum to come and tell the Eastern governors to gather his youth to fight the IPOB. So that will tell you what we are going through. And that will tell you what is happening in Nigeria. So now, what are our governors doing? The governors is gathering themselves with the organizers, writing petition to hold Simon Ekpa, getting information where nothing happened, forming their own witnesses, their fake witnesses, to present as a witness against Simon, which they will not succeed. So to make sure that what we are fighting for, the freedom we are fighting for, the generation of the Biafran people will not succeed. That they will continue humiliating our people. They will continue marching upon the head and tying our people like a goat and burying them alive. They will continue wasting the blood of the innocent Igbos. Now Gumi is advising them, use your Igbos and fight them. Just like Obasanjo said, I use the Igbo and fight the Igbo. Now the sole men on the ground cannot, even some of them, I'm not saying all of them, some of them have betrayed the struggle. For a man they called the highest rank in the men on the ground said one time on his tweet that if they annoyed him, that he would turn everything around and they waste all the Biafrans. I have never forgotten that in his word. He wrote on his tweet that if they annoyed him, if they tried to annoy him, that he will make sure that the whole Igbos are wasted. Somebody who says he's fighting for his people. What is that thing that would annoy him? That somebody bring corruption into the struggle and they will tell him, no, we cannot talk on that line. That everything we do, we must be disciplined. We must give account, must be accountability of everything we do. So it cannot be like the ways of Nigeria anymore. So anything we do in Biafra, there must be discipline, there must be humbleness, and there must be accountability. And the men on the ground doesn't want it. If these people were real, on my own thought, when all these things start coming, and they know the person they say they respect as the PM gave order and said this person will be the person who will be speaking for me. And when he gave that order, this person will represent me. They know he represents him in everything, not just in the declaration of Finland, in everything, both men on the ground, both in finance, both in the government, in any otherwise. That is what the chief of staff will be representing. What did they do? The people who are supposed to be under the chief of staff with the men on the ground, they ganged up against that PM decision and say they create a path, they create a level where the person the PM asks to represent him, the level where he can go and where he cannot go. And that is a betrayal to the PM. And they're not seeing it like that. So that is why I say let the government